good evening to all. I am Dr. Diane Gillis, the Director of Nursing at Quincy College. I'm honored to welcome the college president, Dr. Cristoforo, our provost and chief academic officer, Dr. Savet Yatin, the Honorable Christopher Carroll, the chair of the Quincy College Board of Governors, and Governor Santoro, who joins us this evening as well from the Board of Governors, our nursing faculty and staff, and most especially our graduating Associate of Science degree in nursing students and their guests to the 2025 Nursing Pinning and Recognition Ceremony. Our purpose here tonight is to acknowledge, celebrate the accomplishments of these outstanding individuals as they officially transition from being a nursing student at Quincy College to entering the professional nursing community. At this time, I would like to welcome Dr. De Cristoforo, President of Quincy College, to say a few words on behalf of the graduates.
Thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. And good evening to everyone. What a beautiful night, you guys, you ordered this. And we thank you for that. And Dean Manning and Provost Yatin and our dedicated and talented faculty, parents, friends, and most importantly, those who will be welcomed this evening into the nursing profession. Congratulations to all of our students this evening on the significant educational and personal milestone. I am certain that somewhere in your life there was a person or a situation that guided you in choosing the nursing profession. So I'm sure you will embrace the following statements. Are you ready? I shouldn't have asked. I got an answer. As a nurse, you will become the heart of healthcare. As a nurse, you will understand that devotion is the essence, the core, and meaning of nursing. As you become a nurse, you will realize that every single day you will touch a life, or a life will touch yours. And from poet Maya Angelou, whose mom was a nurse, she said, "When you have become a nurse, you have the opportunity to heal the heart, the mind, the soul, and body of your patients, their families, and yourself." And lastly, as a nurse, you will realize that patients may forget your name, but they will never, ever, ever forget your impact and your influence. That's why you're here. That's why you worked so very, very hard. So within all of your studies, readings, discussions, clinicals, you enter a profession that so graciously offers you the opportunity to be extraordinary by uniquely weaving qualities of personality and patience and order and compassion and care and character and energy and sympathy and empathy and enthusiasm, because nothing really happens that's really good without it. And always keep smiling. Smiling is definitely contagious. It shares positivity, it suggests success, and elevates your mood. And for a hard-working nurse, smiling relieves stress. You may need that, I don't know. So congratulations. And remember that any patient you are fortunate to serve will never, ever forget the difference you make. And always be mindful, as a nurse, there are 3 most important manners in which to engage the nursing profession. The first is to be kind. The second manner in which to engage your profession is to be kind. In the third manner to engage your sensitive and significantly respected profession is to be kind. Thank you so very, very much. Always, always. Congratulations, and I wish you all nothing but success and an incredibly bright future. Congratulations. Thank you.
Santoro, Governor Carroll, President De Cristofaro, thank you for your commitment to our students and exceptional leadership. Dean Manning, Dr. Gillis, nursing faculty and staff, we are here this evening to celebrate our students thanks to your work, hard work, your compassion, and your dedication. Now with that, good evening. On behalf of Quincy College community, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all who have come to this professional recognition ceremony for the Associate Degree Program in Nursing. The Quincy College family and your individual family members are all present here today because we are proud of you. We are confident in your abilities, inspired by your journey, and filled with great optimism about your future. This evening marks a significant milestone, the formal acknowledgement of your entry into a noble and demanding profession. Professional recognition is more than a rite of passage. It's a declaration of your readiness to uphold the highest standard of care, ethics, and commitment in the field of nursing. This ceremony celebrates not only the mastery of required knowledge and skills needed in the field, but also your resilience and compassion needed for an impactful and meaningful professional life. Becoming a nurse, we all know, doesn't happen in a day, and it shouldn't. Your skills were developed over countless hours spent in clinical rotations, classrooms, simulation labs, you even named those men and women. As we reflect on your path to this moment, the level of skills and responsibility on your shoulder has no comparison. And yet, you were not discouraged. Each of you has demonstrated empathy despite the challenges. Your compassion, a trait essential for nursing, kept you going. Because of that compassion, some of you may say, I chose this profession. Others may say, nursing chose me. We at Quincy College say, thank you. Thank you, each of you, for choosing us. Candidates, after months and years of hard work since your first day at Quincy College, on this day, May 13, 2025, you will be awarded your school pin. Cherish it. Today, this pin signifies the sacrifices you made to get to this point. Years from now, it will bring fond memories of faculty, study groups, and friendships developed through shared adversity and persistence. All of you who are being recognized tonight worked hard to reach this point. You came to Quincy College to learn and to be guided, but now it's your turn. You are now joining a profession filled with unlimited possibilities. With your skills, knowledge, most importantly, your heart, you will not just shape the future, you are the future. Congratulations.
Good evening, all. Today I told about 5 friends that I'd be speaking at the graduation, and they all said to me, don't be yourself, make it short. So I will. So, on behalf of the Board of Governors, we thank you for your dedication and hard work at the nursing program at Quincy College. Tonight, everyone is so proud of you of this great goal. At Quincy College, you have studied and exceeded, but most of all, learned valuable skills as well as developed compassion for the people you will serve. In your new profession, you will continue to have further achievement in your life. Most of all, you'll continue to excel and grow. Never stop your desire to learn. Tonight is not only to recognize your graduation, but to congratulate you as you launch into a career where you will have a profound difference in the lives of those in need. Thank you to all. Deepest gratitude to you, your families, your friends, colleagues, and the Quincy College nursing team. Go forward and have a wonderful career. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Carroll. At this time, I'd like to introduce the faculty and staff of the Division of Nursing and Allied Health at Quincy College, who have provided a rigorous but supportive learning environment over the last 2 years that have brought us to this celebration this evening. I would ask the faculty and staff to stand to be acknowledged. Dr. Cara Covino, Dr. Catherine Cullinane Whalen, Karen Honey, Kimberly Edwards, and Susan Wright Thomas. I would also ask the clinical and laboratory faculty that are here with us today to stand because they've also contributed significantly to your development. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dean Karen Manning, who will say a few words on behalf of the graduates as well.
Thank you, Diane. Good evening, platform guests, families, friends, and 2025 graduates. You did it! Today, we don't just celebrate the end of your academic journey, we celebrate your beginning of a nurse. The pin you received today is more than a symbol of achievement. It marks trust, compassion, and the sacred responsibility you will carry. Nursing is both a science and an art. The science, as you very well know, demands rigor. Vital signs, lab values, medication, pathophysiology, etc. It sharpens your mind and trains your hands. But it is the art of presence, empathy, and compassion that will etch you into the memories of those you serve. Nursing is not just what you do, it is who you are. And what you do, how you care, listen, touch, stay, writes on the lives of others in ways you may never fully know. Let me share a moment from my own journey. Some years ago, I was on vacation in California, the opposite side of the country, when a woman behind me in line at the San Diego Zoo tapped me on the shoulder. I turned surprised, and she said, "I know you, and I will never forget you." My first thought was, no way, I'm well across the country, she's mistaken. My second thought is, all right, what did I do? I did not cut in line. She looked at me and her eyes filled up. She said, "I have always prayed that I would run into you again." She went on to tell me her 2-year-old son, Johnny, had been a patient at the rehab hospital that I worked, dying from cancer. She remembered how, as the time grew near, I stayed in the room. She said I was as quiet as could be. I stayed out of the way, and I stayed well beyond my shift. She remembered how at the end approached, as he was taking his last breath, I placed a hand on her shoulder. And she turned to me and said, it was that touch on her shoulder that gave her the strength to hold her son to the end. As I recalled the event, I began crying, we hugged, and I turned around to see a half a dozen other people in line at the San Diego Zoo, all crying. That moment reminded me, what may feel small to us can mean everything to someone else. Class of 2025, you will have these moments too. Moments that won't be charted in the medical record or charted in the discharge summary, but they will be written deeply in someone's memory, into their healing, into their grief, into their life story. You are entering a noble profession, not just of knowledge, but of caring. And the world needs you. Your skills, yes, but just as importantly, your presence, kindness, courage, commitment, and your commitment to grow to lifelong learning. As you receive your pin, wear it in pride. Think of Quincy College. It is more than a tradition, it is a promise. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Go forward and leave a lasting imprint on every life you touch. Congratulations. Now I would like to introduce our faculty speaker, Susan Wright Thomas.
To the Quincy College nursing class of 1925. See? I can't believe it. Of 2025. I think I'm back with Florence Nightingale. Welcome to the tribe of nurses, your new tribe. A tribe is a group of people often with shared culture, history, and ancestry. Tribes have their own language, customs, and beliefs. Most of us recognize Florence Nightingale, whose birthday we celebrated yesterday, as the founder of modern nursing. We have received the tradition of nursing from the generations of nurses who came before us. Some of us from our own mothers, and increasingly from our fathers, and I call that progress. Nurses have their own language and looking at things. Take any random group of people, leave them for a few minutes, and the nurses will find each other. We know each other by our jokes and senses of humor, by our gestures and our understanding of the human condition. We have our traditions and rites of passage, like our pinning here this evening. It is traditional that when we gather, the elders of the tribe offer advice, counsel, and words of blessing. So here's mine for you. In 1978, one of my nursing heroes, Dr. Barbara Carper, published an epistemology of nursing practice. Epistemology is just a big word that the academic tribe uses to talk about the way we think about knowledge. Dr. Carper asked the questions, what do nurses know about nursing and how do they know it? Some years later, nursing philosophers expanded on Dr. Carper's work to talk about the ontology of nursing, another big word to describe how we be or become who we are. In other words, how do nurses use what they know to become the nurses we are? And Dr. Patricia Benner and her colleagues challenged us to create nursing education that promotes lifelong learning and brings nurses from the classroom to the bedside and beyond. These are some of the thinkers who have helped shape my nursing practice, and I would offer some of their ideas to you in the hope that they will help you develop yours. Professor Carper said there are 4 fundamental ways of knowing in nursing: empirical knowing, aesthetic knowing, ethical knowing, and personal knowing. Each is as important as the other, and none alone is sufficient for nurses to practice to their full potential. Empirical knowing is evidence-based knowledge. We have taught you to find evidence, to evaluate it, and to use it. Nurses use evidence to formulate and prioritize our approach to care, reevaluating and reimagining as new evidence comes to light. The ontologist would say, nurses are scientists. Aesthetic knowing, as the ancient Greeks defined it, is an intuitive understanding of the here and now, of how each person in their particular circumstance is experiencing the situation they are in. Nurses are called to use this sense fully in working with our patients, wherever they are and whoever they are. Nurses develop a sense of salience. What is most important to this person's wholeness in this case? How do we place ourselves in this person's shoes? As we create this possibility, nurses are artists. Ethical knowing is our moral compass. Non-maleficence, beneficence, veracity, fidelity, and justice. In other words, do no harm, in fact, do good. Speak the truth. Hold hope for those who cannot hold it for themselves. And be fair. The ethical pattern recognizes dilemma and contradiction, requiring that we respond consciously and with conscience. Using ethical knowledge to direct action is at the heart of this pattern. Nurses are activists. Personal knowing calls us to reflect, to engage with ourselves as we engage with our patients, and allow ourselves to be changed in that process. To continue in self-knowledge is to be able to share our humanity with each other. We also know that there may be some things we cannot know, and that is a difficult place to be. We show up to stand beside our patients at the threshold of birth, death, and everywhere in between. We may not always be able to cure, but it is our relationship that is healing. Nurses are healers. Nurses use the patterns of knowing to act and to be scientists, artists, activists, and healers. We use education to grow and to always be becoming. My colleagues, these are not normal times. You are graduating to a world where we all will be challenged and much will be required of you. But as nurses, you have the great responsibility and sacred opportunity to do good and change that world. And now for my blessing. Be brave, be strong, and yes, be kind. And know you are essential, you are valued, and you are priceless.
Good evening. The faculty award was selected, the individual was selected, someone that's always enthusiastic and wants to learn. Self-motivated, goes beyond expectations, demonstrates leadership qualities, represents the college and the program philosophy, actively participates in the classroom, laboratory, and clinical settings, demonstrates problem-solving skills, shows great initiative, willingness to help and support others, and works cooperatively for others. So it was a tough decision, but for Quincy, Sarah Stapleton.
Hi everyone from Plymouth and Quincy. For Plymouth, Michelle Gagnon.
Congratulations. Okay. A second award is the highest GPA. And if any of you guys know, this was a big challenge, okay? For Quincy, Stan the Man, Stanley Jean Pierre. Doesn't tell me what it is. Yay. Great job.
Okay. And for Plymouth, the GPA award goes to Asia Sarah Isaacson. I didn't see Asia tonight, so we're going to save this for her. Thank you. Thank you. And the next award is the Dean's Award. The Dean's Award is given to an individual who best represents the following qualities: has demonstrated accountability in the program for academic success, has shown progressive clinical role development during the program, has demonstrated advocacy, empathy, compassion, and safe clinical practice, has grown professionally, improved their communication skills to meet the needs of their clients, demonstrates collegiality and collaboration as a member of the healthcare team, will be a future role model for nursing profession and clinical practice, has demonstrated leadership skills, demonstrates the characteristics of a lifelong learner, and represents the college and the program in a very positive manner. And the Quincy recipient of the Dean's Award is Ryan Long.
All right, and for Plymouth, the Dean's Award goes to Catherine Lynch.
Okay. And on that note, we will move along to the student reflections.
So we would like to ask Oliver and Marcia to come on up. You guys are going to represent Quincy. And then we're going to have Kylie and Gina represent Plymouth.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, proud families, and my fellow graduates. I stand before you today as the student who on the very first day of clinicals confidently strolled onto the wrong floor at the entirely wrong hospital. And yet, by some divine miracle, here I am. Microphone right in front of me, diploma within reach. 2 years ago, we walked through the doors of nursing school carrying ambition, fear, and excitement. Some of us chose nursing because it was a lifelong calling. Others were ready for a new vocational direction, and a few of us were guided here because life had taught us just how much compassion matters in the world of healthcare. Naturally, the road where we sit today wasn't without its obstacles. Most of them were called exams. Looking back at it now, it's hard to believe how far we've come. There were nights that somehow turned into mornings, exams that knocked the wind out of us, and more than a few times when quitting actually sounded like a reasonable alternative. Yet somehow, through every curveball this program threw at us, our compassion got stronger, our knowledge got deeper, and our nerves slowly gave way to actual confidence. But if we're being honest, we didn't get here on our own. We leaned heavily on each other, sometimes for notes, and sometimes just to hear, yeah, that was just as confusing as it sounded. We also relied just as hard on our families too. They were the ones who cheered us on, supported us, fed us, and managed to pretend like they understood what we were saying when we came home and ranting about trajexis and EAQs. To our families and loved ones, thank you for surviving our emotional spirals, for tolerating the late night study marathons, and for letting us practice blood pressures, nursing assessments, and whatever else we needed, whether you volunteered to or not. And of course, to our incredible faculty, you witnessed the chaos firsthand. You saw us at our most confused, most sleep-deprived, and somehow still thought, yeah, they'll be fine. Thank you for turning blank stares into understanding, for not giving up on us when we were starting to give up on ourselves. To my fellow graduates, never forget what it took to get here. The resilience, the heart, and the support we gave each other. We didn't just learn how to be nurses, we learned how to show up for people in their most vulnerable moments. Wherever this path takes us, I hope we carry that same spirit forward, because the world needs more nurses like us, brave enough to care and strong enough to keep going. Congratulations, class of 2025, we made it.
Hello, everyone. So this is called a nod to the nursing class of 2025. Name, occupation, duty. It all started September 2023 with 24 students interested in nursing, just like me. Anxious, nervous, and excited to start the semester. Here comes Corvino, the expect more, do your best professor. Completed her doctorate while teaching. She's a real go-getter. I sat behind Alyssa, who is kind, calm, soft-spoken, and tepid. She supported me one morning when I was breaking down by just being present. Adam, the first man, smart as a whip, decided on nursing because his mom got sick. Sydney is up next, an animal lover, high-flying, funny, with a great sense of humor. If you see Sid, Sarah is in close proximity. Best friends in the QC nursing community. And Sarah, what can I say? Supportive, transparent, associates, bachelor's, high school lacrosse coach. Okay. They say attending nursing school is like drinking water out of a fire hose. Mind you, this is the path we all chose. Speaking of fire, Michelle comes to mind. Sharp as a tack and outspoken, she's a vibe. Shout out to Peyton, good luck in Florida. Trust me, I'm not a hater. What a time to be a grader. Melissa, a twin, can't wait to meet little sis. And congrats to her mom for the award nomination. We use that as motivation to push through. We aspire to be great nurses, just like you. When you see H&H, most people think hemoglobin and hematocrit. Not today. Harriet and Hanifa is what I say. It's the duo you didn't know you needed. Intelligent, forward-thinking, and comical to say the least. Hanifa was inspired by her sister's blood condition. She's a beast. Kay is up next. Not potassium. I know you thought that at first. I'm talking Kristen and Karen. They are the worst. Just kidding. Both are really resilient and strong. It's Karen, not Karen. Please don't pronounce her name wrong. Kristen loves to meditate and massage smooth stones. R.I.P. Ozzy. Give it up to Doris with 2 small boys at home. They are preparing you for nursing pediatrics. You'll be ready. Sophie, good luck in the ED. I hope that goes steady. Keep lifting weights and pumping iron. The way Stephanie jumped on that metal mannequin and performed CPR, in my book, she's already a life support star. Quinn is quiet and clever, nail tech, phlebotomy, multi-talented, just a treasure. Cynthia speaks Swahili. Left architecture to pursue nursing PD. Catricia, she's just a sweet soul, the nicest person you'd ever meet. Lost her granny last year, condolences to her family tree. If you know anything about Tao, she loves wound care. Friendly and full of life, though it has not been a crystal stare. Five Guys? No, not burgers and fries. I'm talking Paul, Ryan, Devin, Stanley, and Gran. Sounds more to me like a boy band. Can't forget Baby Gran. Nope, not a piano. Gran out with the 4th, born 2nd semester, just like his dad, a little protester. What a blessing. Okay, we lost one, but we gained Oliver. He refused to fail. Praying for his auntie who had a health scare. Ollie is an avid hunter with a love for the outdoors. Siobhan, I told you to extinguish that noise. You did it. Congrats. Now walk the stage proud. You silenced anxiety from being so loud. It was a pleasure to work beside you all. Be great. Move forward into the nursing world. Stand tall.
Good evening and welcome. It is with great pleasure and honor that we stand before you tonight. But we don't stand here because of perfect grades or a flawless GPA. We stand here because our classmates believed we could best express just how special this cohort truly is and share that with the loved ones gathered tonight. To say we are unique is an understatement. At this point, I think it's safe to say if you dropped us on an empty unit, we would be running it and delegating, leading each other through any challenge until it's thrived. But we didn't start out that way, though, nor was it the typical experience.
2 years ago, 17 students with an age range that varied by 32 years walked into a classroom, utterly terrified of what sort of horror we were walking into, each with our own stories of what brought us into this chapter of our lives. We all heard how hard nursing school could be, and sure enough, we were faced with challenges as early as day one. Instinctively, the initiative to create a class group chat felt essential, and that's where the beauty started. From the trauma of each test and sim lab, we began to know each other. The walls people put up came down, personalities and friendships were blooming, and though it might not have been recognized then, the stress began to ease. We were helping each other learn, helping each other study, lifting each other up. No one was left out, and not once did these women put another down. Because of that, people started to flourish. And not for nothing, but having 17 women rub elbows for 2 years, where there hasn't been one disagreement, we all know what an accomplishment that could be.
What made this cohort unique was a camaraderie and deep dedication to learning. They were impressive. Whether it was one of us giving a bystander on the street a sternum rub, or accurately assessing a DVT in a loved one, they were all doing it in their first year. These women were intimidatingly smart. Yet each exam, they had the humility to believe none of it was ever enough. As we continue, I want the family seated here tonight to look at your loved ones as they walk across this stage and just know they are trustworthy, compassionate, positive, the makings of incredible nurses. And they fought like mad to stand where they are standing tonight. And I hope you feel the same amount of pride as I do when I'm looking at them.
It wasn't just the students, however. When we were faced with no professor on day 2 of classes, it was Dr. Kate Whalen who stepped up and instantly became a fan favorite. She taught us that nursing is all about learning to pivot and readjust and to be ready for whatever will be thrown your way. And if things got messy, she assured us that it was okay if we wanted to feel like we wanted to vomit in the corner, so long as we didn't let it show too much. Her teaching style and the endless healthy snacks, accompanied by her bio breaks, was what got us through our first semester together, sanity intact. And when things didn't go as planned in our final semester, it was none other than Dr. Whalen who pivoted her own life to help us with ours. And for that, from the bottom of our hearts, we're calling it out for you. Thank you, Dr. Whalen.
Our luck and great faculty continued, though, as we moved from Dr. Whalen's tutelage to Professor Wright-Thomas's. With her professional wisdom, Professor Susan Wright-Thomas instilled in us the emotional intelligence that many envision when they think of a nurse. Her kind, gentle nature left an impression on each of us. She personally helped many through the emotional turmoil of the program, there to remind us we were harder on ourselves than we needed to be. She was humble, understanding, and ultimately led by example, showing us how to be graceful in vulnerability. You captured our hearts when you assured us you prayed to your mom to help guide us through our test, nearly evoking tears from everyone before we even took it. As for lab instructors, Chris, Jess, Annie, our original 3, who were joined later by Marion, Susan, and Kim. They taught us all the practical aspects of nursing fluidly through technical skill. They elaborated with their real-world stories to illustrate what was realistically expected from us, holding nothing but patience and understanding. The privilege and gratitude we feel toward all of you amazing women is simply ineffable.
Lastly, we expressed our deepest gratitude to our families for putting up with our mood swings, our lack of timing for you, our crash outs, and for gifting us good memories despite the difficulty. As each of us walk across this stage tonight to receive our pins, we will do so with grace and appreciation to each and every one of you who helped us along with our journeys. You ladies deserve to be here and have earned every second of happiness as we celebrate tonight. Congratulations, Plymouth cohort of 2025. We did it together.
Okay, first, we're going to explain the significance of the pin. The first nursing pin is traced back to scholars of the 12th century and the Maltese Cross of the Crusaders. Knights were distinguished with a badge of service to Christianity, and this award cross is where the first nursing pain gained its roots. Florence, known as the Lady with the Lamp, was a British nurse, a social reformer, and a statistician best known as the founder of modern nursing. She was presented a jeweled pin from Queen Victoria and Prince Albert for her selfless work during the Crimean War in caring for the injured soldiers. Miss Nightingale established St. Thomas Hospital School of Nursing in London, and we believe in the recognition of hard work and awarded pins to her hardest working nursing students in recognition of their excellence. In 1916, it became a tradition to recognize all nursing school graduates in recognition of their hard work and dedication to the profession of nursing. You are now ready to receive your ceremonial Quincy College nursing pin. Congratulations.
Part of the ceremony as well is the rose. The significance of the rose is the following. The presentation of the rose symbolizes the respect and appreciation for the passion that will drive your unique contributions to patient care and definitely to the profession of nursing. We congratulate each of you on your accomplishment, and you will change the world.
Good evening, family, friends, and future nurses. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. So we're going to be announcing the names of the graduate and the person that's going to be doing the pinning. So first up is Hanifa Bashir, and she will be pinned by Dominique Dupont-Dubois. Marsha Blaylock. She will be pinned by Bernell Reed.
Where are your glasses? Next is Sarah Bombeck. She will be pinned by Heather Sullivan. Next, Fiona Callahan will be pinned by Jessica Schauber.
Sophie Cerrone will be pinned by Deborah Cerrone. Congratulations. So proud of you. Congratulations. Alyssa Chi will be pinned by Caitlin Dinius.
Clinical instructor.
Caitlin Dinius is one of our clinical instructors.
Dominique was too impressed, honey, but I think she's doing someone else.
Okay. Alexis DeFrank is pinned by Lauren Campau. Kylie Doyle will be pinned by Pamela Clark, one of our clinical instructors at Quincy College. Harriet Fayou will be pinned by Dominique Dupont Dubois, one of our clinical instructors. Gina Fiorio will be pinned by Jeff Schauber. She's one of our clinical instructors. Michelle Gagnon will be pinned by Susan Murphy. Susan Murphy is one of our lab instructors. Molly Gallagher will be pinned by Christine Ford, Quincy College lab instructor. Siobhan Geary will be pinned by Colleen Webb. Colleen is a Quincy College clinical instructor.
Okay, sis.
Quinn Ho will be pinned by myself, Karen Cunny. Bailey Ivester will be pinned by Professor Catherine Callahan Waynon. Stanley Jean-Pierre will be pinned by Kathleen Louis. Kristen Kelly will be pinned by Colleen Webb.
Kristen's birthday.
And we want to wish Kristen a very happy birthday. Paul Kemp will be pinned by Elizabeth Kemp.
Which one? Her name's Betsy. This one.
And Paul's wife, Betsy, was a former clinical Quincy College instructor. Melissa Webb, Melissa Knight, sorry, I can't read, is going to be pinned by clinical instructor Colleen Webb. Yeah, okay, thank you, Mom.
Her mother's, you could call her. She's a DMP, I guess, yeah.
So Rebecca Knight is being pinned by her mother, Dr. Cynthia Knight.
Next up is Rebecca Knight, who will be pinned by her mother, Dr. Cynthia Knight. Ryan Long will be pinned by Diane Evelyn. Catherine Lynch will be pinned by Quincy College Lab Instructor Susan Murphy. Holly McCormick will be pinned tonight by her lab instructor, Jessica Schauber. Emma McComber will be pinned tonight by Christine Ford, her lab instructor. Devin Mickelson will be pinned tonight by Paul Mirando.
Thank you. I need a hug. Congrats. Great job. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sydney Morris will be pinned tonight by Heidi Morris. Cynthia Muthoni will be pinned tonight by myself, Karen Cunny. Tao Nguyen will be pinned tonight by Colleen Webb, instructor. Grand Albert Norvin, the third, will be pinned by myself, Karen Cunny.
great nurse. Congratulations.
Doris Bell Perez will be pinned tonight by Karina Rosario.
Antonio is a Quincy College grad.
It was my first class, yeah.
Ashley Pierre will be pinned tonight by QC Nursing alumni Antonio Reed.
Congratulations, Ashley.
Patricia Plaisir will be pinned tonight by Lishley Marhone.
Tara. Is this a brother?
I don't know.
Awesome job. So happy for you. Really great. Congratulations.
Adam Radzizan will be pinned tonight by Eric Radzizan. Rafaela Shea D'Souza will be pinned by Callie Van Dam. Next up is Karen Sheehan. She will be pinned by one of our Quincy College instructors, Dominique Dupont Dubois.
Karen, let's go!
Sarah Stapleton will be pinned by Judy Mullins.
What? Is that his mom? I don't know. Yes. Oliver Wales will be pinned tonight by his mom, Eileen Kelly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, awesome job.
Congratulations on
Michelle Williams will be pinned by myself, Karen Cunning. And last but not least, Camille Young will be pinned by Darlene Rodriguez. And I'd like to wish all the graduates a big round of congratulations. We are so very proud of you.
We would like to have all nurses and all graduates to stand up for the International Council of Nurses Pledge. In 1899, the International Council of Nurses was founded. It is presently based in Geneva, Switzerland, home of the World Health Organization. Their pledge affirms the common goals of all nurses around the world. So let's say it together. It should be in your bulletin. Okay, we'll say it together. In the full knowledge of the task I am undertaking, I promise to take care of the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients entrusted in my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. Congratulations to all.
I would like to leave you with just a few thoughts to consider. As your 2-year journey ends, know that your next journey within the profession of nursing is about to begin. You are prepared to take and pass your licensing exam, and please don't wait to schedule your exam. At the same time, you're considering employment options for a nursing position at a time when the opportunities are vast to welcome all of you. Remember the following 6 criteria for nurses: caring, compassion, competence, communication, commitment, and courage. You're about to enter the most respected profession, nursing. Lastly, take some time to rest, relax, and enjoy regaining a normal lifestyle. Consider your options for continuing on your education. Whatever you decide, please be proud of your accomplishments and continue to make us proud out there. Stay in touch and keep us informed of your next steps, as you soon will be officially Quincy College Nursing Program alumni. Thank you to all for joining us this evening in celebrating with our graduates in the attainment of their goal. I would ask everyone to please stand and join us in congratulating the Quincy College Associate of Science degree in Nursing graduates of May 2025.